Buongiorno a tutti carissimi and welcome to another video for Italian for Americans. Today we will find out why you are not too old to learn Italian or any foreign language, and also what are the benefits of learning a new language in the old age. First of all, it's important to clarify one concept, which is you're really never too old to learn a new foreign language. And in fact, you're really never too old to learn anything new. It's actually a great exercise for the brain. It keeps your brain alive and your life exciting. So I'm really happy you're here to learn Italian. If you are 50, 60, 70, 80 year old or even 90 year old and you want to learn Italian to reconnect with your past and your culture, your history, or even as a hobby because you like the landscapes and the food and you want to travel to Italy, the history of Italy, you want to listen to the music, whatever is the reason, you can definitely do it, and it's gonna be super beneficial for you, not only for your life but for your brain as well. So stick with me till the end and I will show you also how one of my students that is over 80-year-old from Germany is actually now learning Italian and is starting to speak it. The first reason why you definitely can learn Italian even if you think you're too old is because now at this age you basically are more focused, more disciplined. You are also more experienced in life and more committed in setting new goals and sticking to new habits. Furthermore, you tend to have a span of attention that is longer than the new generations, which were born with the technology in their hands, and you can really focus your brain longer because your brain in the first part of your life was not used to switch to watching TV, then using the iPad, then looking at the phone while listening to music. No, there wasn't that type of technology so readily available. So you really were born in an era where you were doing one thing at a time, and even if you were trying to do two things at a time, it was not as crazy as it's becoming right now for the new generation. So that's a big advantage because your brain is used to being focused also on few things and really absorbing, getting into one activity. So you can really use this advantage that you have in terms of being able to focus on one thing and learn one thing without the stress and the need to do 100 things at a time, to apply it to your language learning journey in Italian. The second reason is that you already know one language, you already speak English, so this language, the English language that you already speak, you already understand, is gonna be a great tool to help you learn Italian as well. So that's why I always suggest to use the help of translations so that you have Italian-English to understand the message in Italian and get the absorption of the language going as fast as you can with the advantage of your mother tongue. And also, don't be afraid about making mistakes. This is going to be a part of the process. Think about yourself as a baby that is learning a new language. He doesn't care at all about making a pronunciation mistake or a little tiny grammar mistake. No, he's engaged in the new language, he's listening to it daily, and slowly and steadily he's developing first the understanding and then he's going to develop the speaking habit. So even if learning a new language may not always be easy for adults, there is a research that suggests that doing so is definitely super beneficial for your brain health. As humans get older, most of us experience an age-related decline in mental functions, such as attention and memory, if we don't keep them trained. And in some people this leads also to diseases like Alzheimer's or some other form of dementia. And a great number of recent studies is showing really that learning a foreign language can prevent this and can keep your brain trained as much as you can. Learning Italian will increase then your brain potential and has many other cognitive benefits. It will basically exercise your brain. And as I told you, having your first language strong as a foundation is a great added advantage that a baby doesn't have when he's born because he doesn't speak any language. So you have your language to start the process of understanding the new one. Especially if you have, as in the gifts that we give in the description, the translation Italian, English, with the different types of audios that you can understand and listen to several times to get to cement the basics and then to move on with more challenging Italian content so that you keep assimilating this new language. The third reason is that so many other people that are older than you did it. They learn multiple languages, and I see this example every day with my students from different countries that are speaking Italian even after they were 70 years old, 80-year-old, and even 88-year-old, and from different continents, starting from different languages that are much harder to learn from than English. So don't think that because you're learning from English it's gonna be harder. No, I have students from Sweden, from Germany, from Russia, from China, many other continents and countries, and from languages that are much more different than English Italian. So be encouraged that there are so many people that have done it before you, and you are going to be able to do the same. Furthermore, guys, I'm going to read for you an interesting data about you guys with an older age that is going to encourage you as well. So Albert Costa is a professor of neuroscience who studies bilingualism at the Universitat Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona, and he said that older people have larger vocabularies than younger ones. So the chances are your vocabulary will be as large as a native's. So picking up a new language's vocabulary is much easier for adults than learning the rules that govern its grammar syntax. And listen to this. This is because new words can be easily mapped on to a learner's pre-existing knowledge. But older learners are less likely to have good pronunciation or accent, since the phonemes or sounds of a language are picked up naturally by children. And you can fill this gap by listening to Italian audios again and again. Because remember this also, that a child takes more than a year of silence before he says a word. And this is because he spent much time just listening to the language spoken in his environment. And you have to do the same in order to succeed in Italian. You have to understand this concept and you have to do it yourself. And remember really that your advantage is in your vocabulary acquisition, which is going to be faster, and to improve in the pronunciation you will need to listen over and over to the audios, and that's gonna do the work. So remember guys that it's not a matter of age, it's a matter of passion, discipline and love for the language. We are really living through an era where it's never been easier to teach yourself a foreign language, in this case Italian. And with the content I provide and all the materials you will find also with Italian for Americans, we will try to make it as easy as possible for you to do this absorption process to really learn Italian this year. You're never too old to learn a language, and the message here is to keep going, because we want to see you succeed and really speak Italian amazingly and understand it very well. And as promised here, I'm gonna show you the video of Stefan from Germany that many of you already seen, but many of you haven't seen yet. And he's over 80-year-old from Germany, learning from German, and he's now starting to activating his Italian language, and I'm very proud of him.
Ciao Alberto. Mille grazie per il tuo nuovo corso. Io ho comprato il tuo corso subito, conosco già il tuo eccellente pacco motivazionale, ma l'idea usare reali conversazioni non scritti prima, usare per un corso di lingua è secondo me grandiosa. La lingua è così viva, gli argomenti sono molto interessanti e curiosamente, ma ripetere in questo caso queste conversazioni molte volte è un grande piacere. Un grazie a te, a tua nonna, a tuoi amici. Mille grazie, ciao Alberto.
Okay, that was amazing, right? I want to remind you also to download the free gift we have in the description, where you get a dialogue to start learning Italian really and absorbing the most basic words and start this process of the natural approach. Also, if you want to get the news of the new content like this, you can subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.